Hello, everybody. Today, I want to talk to you about acceptance, which is a very important thing when it comes to changing your situations that you're in. When you let go of the desire of what you desire things to be, of who you think you should be, and accept you for who you are, that is when you feel the peacefulness of acceptance. Okay? And only with acceptance can things change because your mind changes. If all the time you're thinking about things are against you, or it's not how it should be, or things aren't how your life hasn't turned out the way that it should have turned out, you're just holding negative resentments inside of you, and it's really just blocking you from the life that you actually want. So when you learn to accept you for who you really are, and you accept your life for what it is instead of what you want it to be, that's the only way that you can change the way that it is if you accept that this is what it is. It's almost like being in denial. You can't be in denial, otherwise you can't fix the problem. So accepting who you are, like, for example, me, since I can only really talk about myself, in my experience, I've accepted who I am. Of course, I don't want to compare myself to other people, because that can make me feel sad or make me feel like unfulfilled. I can only be who I am and who God made me to be. And I can only do that by accepting who I am right now and knowing that I'm good enough. I'm good enough because this is who God made me to be. I take every day at a time. I don't worry about yesterday. I don't think about tomorrow, because as long as I'm doing what I need to do in this moment, tomorrow's going to be okay, because I take one moment at a time. So in this moment, I'm making this video to help other people learn that accepting who you are is a key component in your recovery from addiction and recovery from your spirit. I'm a spiritual person, so I believe that the spiritual laws are very important. And the first law of the spiritual is acceptance. So, let go of those desires that you want to happen and accept that this is what it is. And what this is great. As long as you're trying in every moment to do better than you were the moment before, or being at peace with who you are, that's okay. Stop comparing yourselves to others. I have to learn how to do that too. I find myself constantly comparing myself to more successful people, and it makes me feel bad about myself when I do that. So I just say, hey, I'm here, I'm alive today, I'm trying my best in every moment that I can. I accept that this is me, and I'm great. My value goes beyond monetary. My value is spiritual value. And in the end, that's all that matters. And that's what's going to keep me clean, because I've accepted the fact that I surrendered to God and told Him, hey, you're in control of my life now. Because when I'm controlling it, I'm not doing a very good job. I'm just messing up. It's like I can't even let my mind think over my heart, because my emotions are everywhere and it's kind of messy. So I've accepted the fact that I surrendered to God, and He is going to make sure that I follow His path, and whatever it is that I'm supposed to do is going to come to me. I just do what I can, help out who I can help out, whether it be just helping them out with like a feeling that they're having. If my friends need someone to talk to, or if somebody needs an uplifting word or two, that's what I'm here for. Also, I'm here to be for my family. You know, when I was in my addiction, I was not there for my family. And even when I thought I wasn't, you know. And that's just the cold hard truth. And I accept that, you know. That's why I'm just happy to be here sober today. And I sleep well every night knowing that I can wake up in the morning, pray to God to guide my day for me. And as long as I stay sober and in the moment and accepting that moment for what it is, you know, acceptance doesn't mean you just accept the good. You have to accept the bad too. You know, accept the fact that maybe I messed up a couple times. And I have to deal with that. Yeah, I have to accept that. But it's not the end of the world. The end of the world, you can't fix it. Now, today, in this moment, yes, I can. I can fix anything that I want to fix right now because I'm sober-minded and I have the right mindset, basically. You know, you can change anything about your life as long as you have the right mindset. So, basically, from the inside out, you can change your whole world. You have to start from the inside, though. Thinking about how you talk to yourself. Are you mean to yourself when you talk to yourself? Do you tell yourself that you're stupid, or maybe you're slow, or you're not good enough? That's where you have to begin your transformation. Is when you talk to yourself, you don't tell yourself that you're stupid. You say, I didn't know that, but you know what? You learn something new every day, because nobody knows everything. Accept it. If you say that you're slow, well, hey, slow and steady wins the race. And you know what? There's no time limit on anything. Okay? We're not in a race for anything in this world. In fact, the only race is against ourselves. You know, we always are so hard on ourselves for some reason. We're harder, well, some people are harder on themselves, I know I am, than other people, you know? And you can't even practice compassion with others if you can't be compassionate to yourself. You know, accept yourself for who you are. You're not perfect. Nobody is. Nobody's going to be perfect. Only God is perfect. But in His eyes, we are perfect because we're His creations. And if we accept the fact that we are perfectly imperfect, then there's no way that you can go wrong. And if you actually desire to stay clean, like in your heart, you know that you are done using drugs, drinking alcohol, popping pills, whatever it is that your addiction is, when you know that you want to be done and you accept the fact that you've surrendered, taking that, you know, fall, then it's so much easier to just get back up, brush it off, and keep it pushing. Because guess what? Every day that God wakes you up is a new day to start over. So what if you messed up yesterday? Yesterday is over. Today is today. In this moment, you can do the right thing. If you actually want to do the right thing, you will. Point blank, period. Only you have the power of yourself. There's one thing in this life that we have control over. That's ourselves. Everything else, we have no control over. So let go of that control. You can't control anything besides you. And if you want to stay sober, if you want to be in recovery, you're going to be. You know, accept yourself for who you are. Love yourself. Love you for who you are. You know, you're not going to be like another person that you look up to. But you can, you know, take the good examples that they set and implement them into your life if they're that great. And just try to be yourself at the same time. Because nobody can be you. You know, maybe some people compare themselves to you. And you know what? They think that they're inadequate because you're so good at this and that, and they're not. But they're so good at this and that, you feel like they're, you know, more adequate than you are. Stop comparing yourselves to others. And accept yourself for who you are. That's the pathway to heaven right there. Because God knows who you are, and He knows that you're great. You're His creation. How could you be any better than what you are? You know? Acceptance in every situation. Accept that, the light is turning red. You're 5 minutes late already. But if you blow through that light, you risk somebody else crashing into you because you're going to run that red light. The risk that you take, you could hurt somebody in that car. All because you're 5 minutes late. Because you're trying to rush and you have all these negative thoughts in your head. So you do things that are irrational. Instead of accepting that this light is red, I'm going to stop. It's only going to take a few seconds, maybe a minute at most. And then I'm going to keep going. And you know what? I'm already late. I mean, what's another minute? Opposed to maybe taking somebody's life because I wanted to be a minute less late to work. That's just an example of acceptance. Accept what's happening in this moment. Not just who you are, but accept what's happening in the moment. Because in that moment, there's a lesson to be learned in every situation that we come in. There's always a lesson we can learn. Whether it be patience, honesty, building our character somehow in our moments. If you pay attention to what's going on around you. But you have to accept the moment for what it is with no judgments, no negative thoughts. Just accept it. And just watch how your life just flourishes. Like, you will have no idea. Everything is going to come together just as long as you stop trying to control things. When you give yourself to God, He's in control. That doesn't mean stay stagnant. That just means that when you try, and it's, basically when things are meant for you, they kind of come easy. But you have to put your first step in there. Put your first step into what you feel like your passion is. And then it'll come. As long as you stay true to you in that moment. Accepting everything for what it is. Being happy, even if you're in an unhappy situation. Keep that peace of mind. And you know what? It's not only going to help you, but everyone around you will benefit from it. Alright? I hope that helps somebody out today. Thank you.